welcome everyone to the Hawthorns as the Eric Ramsey era begins for West Bromwich Albion. And what a fight the new head coach has on his hands, both tonight and for the rest of the season. The Baggies have their lowest points tally at this stage of a second-tier season for more than a quarter of a century. And tonight they face a Middlesbrough side second in the table. Their fans are desperately hoping to extend the two-point gap between themselves and third place with a win here. They're hoping to wreck the party tonight and move ever closer to the faltering frontrunners, Coventry City. Here is the new man, only appointed 5 days ago. The 34-year-old Welshman Eric Ramsey now has his first match in charge. Now Hayden Hackney, Morris. Allowed to advance, target. Hackney. Ricochets. Back to Morris again. It's a great run. Well, he was just lacking the attempt on target, but he certainly got the power.
Well, there it is. That was nearly the moment of brilliance I was talking about, because at the minute, that looks the only way Middlesbrough are going to score a goal. Can't quite keep the ball down, but he's not a million miles away there, Aidan Morris.
Targets. Conway. Now they've nicked it through Johnston. Heggebert. Forward by Styles. Grant's on his way here. Gets there ahead of Ayling. It's Grant. And he couldn't get it past Sol Bryn. But there's the game plan in action again for West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, excellent running power from Karlan Grant. The angle was always against him. Just a little warning.
Hackney. That's a great burst forward from the Borough skipper. And a chance there, which is off the post from Gilbert, and then smashed in. Whittaker was in the right place. Did it come off? Charlie Taylor, with just 3 minutes left in the first half. A scruffy goal. Borough won't care. And Charlie Taylor hangs his head after the ball hit the post. It ended up in the net, and it's Kim Hellberg's side who seized the initiative at the Hawthorns.
Well, spoke about dynamism, and this is a goal because of the dynamism injected. A brilliant run, and then a thunderous strike from Gilbert. And it is Charlie Taylor, can't sort his feet out, but this injection of tempo and pace and movement opens the space. That's unlucky, isn't he, Gilbert? Taylor just can't react. Bounces back at him quickly. He'll be disappointed, the experienced defender. Middlesbrough have their lead, and now West Bromwich Albion, I think they're going to have to offer a little more.
Ayling Jr. for Grant. The last minute of the 45 here. Ayling Jr. Styles. Ayling Jr. Oh! Well, he certainly put his foot through that.
That's a very decent effort. One thing in his mind, get the foot through that. Always just pulls it away from his far corners, always just curling away.
Ayling Jr. Heggebert. Why not have a go? Forces Sol Bryn into action for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, first shot in anger. Of 10 minutes in the second half here. All his own work. He's creeping into the corner as well, you know.
Hackney, superb. Gets it back from Conway. Whittaker is wriggled away from his man, Silvera. Oh, that's a brilliant strike! Sam Silvera makes it 2-0. He arrowed it into the bottom corner. And with their first attempt of the second half, they might have taken this game away from the Baggies to close the gap on the leaders.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Go and get the second goal. You're so much in control. You run the risk. If you don't get a second goal, well, they've got it. And they've got it through, again, Hayden Hackney. Sharp play in the middle part of the pitch. Gets the ball through. This here from Hackney. Tight space, look. Stays calm, pops a pass in, gets it back. And then maybe there's an element of good fortune there. Chris Mepham needs to be doing better, but the rest, Silvera knows, and an attacker knows. If you get a strike through a defender's legs, the goalkeeper's in trouble, and that's exactly what happens. It's hard, it's low, it's powerful, it's accurate, it's brilliant. It's 2-0. It's a long way back for West Bromwich Albion.
Once again, Bergzorg. Oh, that's superb. And he gets the free kick, even though he's still got the ball. That was a challenge from Mepham, which earns him a yellow card, because he was beating all ends up, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I don't think the referee and his defence had any choice but to give Chris Mepham brilliant skill from Bergzorg there. He's done Mepham all ends up, and he's just hauled back.
Bergzorg, who won it, and there's the header from Malonda, who should have scored. It bounces over the bar.
Well, they do say head the ball down, but he heads it 2 down. It's as simple as that. I mean, how on earth he finds that amount of space? He really should be at least hitting the target.
Price, Grant. Well, the free kick's given just outside the penalty area.
Well, that must have been close. It must have been close to the edge of the penalty area. Again, good moments. Oh, I'll tell you what, by the way. Let's have a look here. That's a penalty.
Yeah, that's inside, isn't it?
Inside, yeah. Middlesbrough have just got away with one there. The ball's not inside, but the contact on Carlan Grant certainly is.
West Brom haven't actually had a penalty in any of their last 38 games. They thought they might have had one there.
There wasn't much protest from the West Bromwich Albion players.
It is Price. Oh! Fantastic free kick! And Borough pay the price. The first goal of the Eric Ramsey era for West Brom. That was a superb strike for his 6th of the season, and Borough's lead is halved.
Well, a little bit of karma, because it probably should have been a penalty. It wasn't, but wow, what a strike from Isaac Price. Goalkeeper side, Bryn takes a little half step, doesn't he, to his right, and the ball goes to his left. That's what it does for the goalkeeper. Really well worked, and it's game on.
Oh, what a fascinating contest this is, all of a sudden. Wallace. Oh, this could be a chance for Price again!
I'm looking at Kim Hellberg down below. He's marched back to his bench. I think he's a fuming head coach, because his team just allowing the home side into this. Excellent. Price arriving. You can see exactly what he's trying to do, but this time, unlike the free kick from round about that spot there, he just doesn't get the bend on the ball. But it's game on for him, and his team need to regain control here.
Taylor with the throw for West Brom. Renewed belief now amongst the Baggies fans. Madja. Illing Jr. Wouldn't fall for Price. Wallace! Absolutely magnificent for West Bromwich Albion. And for Eric Ramsey in his first game in charge, that's some comeback. Brilliantly taken by Jed Wallace. It's 2-2 and all to play for.
Well, have you ever seen a game where one team was in such total control? Turn on its head like this. Credit to Albion. Madja has been brilliant since he's been on the pitch. And that's a very inviting ball from Illing Jr. Yeah, it's a bit of good fortune with how it arrives at Jed Wallace. But Wallace's sole focus is keeping it hard, keeping it low, hitting the target. It's brilliant from West Bromwich Albion. And Middlesbrough, they're going to be kicking themselves here.
Well, Onda in the 90th minute. Brown, Morris, Hackney, Silvera. Here goes Bergzorg to win it for Middlesbrough in the 90th minute. Well, they did regain their composure and they've regained the lead to delight the away end. He stuck that away quite beautifully for only his second championship goal of the season.
Well, that's what I was talking about. They have not played well because this is what they're capable of doing. The dynamism, the passing, the movement, the finish. They nearly pulled off something identical just a couple of minutes ago, but it's the brave passes through the lines. It's the movement. That pass there from Morris and the little touch from Hackney. Silvera puts it through and Bergzorg does the rest. It's absolutely fantastic passing football at its best with a brilliant finish. And look what it means. That could be huge, come what may.
Seconds left here. Well, they didn't make it easy for themselves, but Middlesbrough have secured a terrific away win here by 3-2 to close the gap on leaders Coventry to just 3 points. And you could see exactly what that meant to Kim Hellberg and his coaching staff, because they were put through the emotional ringer here, 2-0 up and cruising. They suddenly found themselves back to 2-2 as Eric Ramsey's side rallied in the second half. But it was that man, the substitute Delano Bergzorg, who popped up with a crucial and brilliantly taken winner to seal all 3 points for the side in second place. Eric Ramsey starts with a defeat, but it's 3 massive points for Borough. It is finished. West Bromwich Albion 2, Middlesbrough 3.